All right, guys, here we are at the pre-strategy session presentation. And oh man, you made it. I want to tell you congratulations. The biggest possible congratulations, pat on the back, and me saying excellent job. I could not be more pleased and thrilled with the fact that you're here. Of course, I'm your coach, Scott Hess, and I'm going to jump right into this. During this presentation, we will discuss most of the keys to success that took me from the edge of bankruptcy and the last dollars of our emergency savings account to having my first $20,000 month within months of starting and never looking back. In fact, I have something very unique to share with you should we move forward with our live one-on-one strategy session call. So be sure you watch this entire video, you guys, beginning to end, and then complete the required questionnaire you're directed to at the end of it for an excellent bonus. It's critical to your success that you understand what I'm about to teach you, whether you want to make an initial six-figure income, or even if your goal is to make a few thousand per month just to pay off your debts, help with the bills, and just live a more comfortable life. So now, turn off all distractions. That means shut down your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Turn your phone off. Turn off the TV or music in the background. Now is the time for your full and undivided attention. And make absolutely sure you have a pen and notebook handy and taking notes as you go through this training. This could be the most important 60 minutes of your life. You are here because you are sick and tired of being broke and having more month at the end of the money. You're stressed out from debt and bills. You want to live a life where you finally don't have to worry about money. You want more time freedom to do what you want, travel, and focus on your family. And you want a better future for yourself and your loved ones. You want to fire your boss, stop trading time for money, and work from home. You want to be in complete control of your destiny. Build your dream instead of someone else's. You are ready to live. Live the life of your dreams. Hit your first six-figure income from home. Become financially affluent and free, living the life you've always dreamed. But with all that said, you guys, and before we really get into the meat of this, I do have a couple of important disclaimers to share with you. The earnings, income proof, projections, and examples that I show and share are not a guarantee of the results you will have. Your results depend on one person and one person alone. Of course, that is you. You will determine your own efforts because you will get out of this what you put into it. Your income will depend on your own effort, diligence, commitment, and follow through. The system works if you work the system, but you must do your part. We legally cannot make income guarantees. None are implied in this presentation. I share, show, and demonstrate what has worked and happened for me and or my mentors, the people I've coached in my 8 years in internet marketing as well. Plus, of course, members of the Super Affiliate Network community. So, what do you know about your coach, Coach Scott Hess? As you can see, the picture starting top left, I have won multitudes of contests. I've been incredibly successful in this industry as both an affiliate marketer as well as a coach. I've spoken on stage in front of thousands of people sharing my knowledge and giving my insight. I'm a traveler of the world with my wife, tropical locations, large and small countries. We swim in caves with stalactites and stalagmites. Vegas, we feast, we drink wine, we enjoy our lives, we do what we want, how we want, when we want. And today, you guys, I am here to help you. I'm not here to sit and brag, and that's about all I'm going to remind you of some of my accomplishments and some of the things that I've been blessed enough to be able to experience, because you want to know what my secret was. How did I find the golden goose? The path to freedom, you guys, what you have to do is pretty straightforward and simple. First and foremost, you have to find a proven system. Again, A system where when you work the system will work for you. You must find someone to guide, mentor, or coach you, or really a combination of the three. You must be willing to put in the time. Remember, you guys, we can only do our part if you do yours. The most important component you bring to all of this is just putting in the time and doing the work. This works if you put in the time. But let's dig into that a little bit deeper. One of my wealthy friends once told me a story. A world famous and renowned mentor was willing to mentor and teach him how to make millions of dollars, but only under two conditions. The first rule he told him was, first, you must do as I say, even if you don't understand exactly why. And next he instructed, second, when you're successful, you must pay it forward and teach others how to have success for themselves as well. And now what my friend was taught has in turn been passed on to me. And if you move forward and follow our guidance, to those you mentor yourself one day as well. What's funny is this is a true story. This was the story of a friend of mine who went from broke and homeless to becoming a millionaire all in a year's time, simply because of systems, products, and trainings very much like Sans. And one thing that's very important to recognize is that there are 7 crucial ingredients in a successful internet business. And that's something that I have to share with you because of its importance. So let's dig into that real quick. First and foremost, you do need a marketing system, something that does the selling for you. Something with high converting websites, videos like this one, and possibly the most important thing of all, professional salespeople who close deals on your behalf so that you don't need to do the selling yourself. Next, market leading products that have both high value and high demand in today's digital age and economy. Third, very important that you have something that provides and offers you high ticket commissions that pay you $1,000 to anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per sale so that you can quit your job fast, making 6 figures as quickly as possible. And then eventually multi-6-figure income and even 7-figure income. Fourth, you guys, education is paramount to your success. Having that training and curriculum that teaches you essential skills like lead generation, driving traffic, and marketing online. Things like YouTube, Facebook, Google, solo ads, paid advertising, free marketing methods, banner ads, and much more than that. Fifth, a community. You need a place to gather, learn, and ask questions of others, leveraging their knowledge and success, and also having events to attend to further that knowledge, fellowship, and community. Sixth, a coach. You need someone who can guide you, mentor you, keeping you on the right track and doing the right things so that you don't get lost. A person to go to so that you always know what to do next, receiving that trusted recommendation when at a fork in the road. But the most important ingredient in all of this, you guys, is you. You need to be teachable, coachable, and willing to learn. You need to have that thirst, that hunger, that burning desire for success and change in your life. You must follow the irrefutable laws of success in top-tier direct sales. And what I just shared with you, this is exactly how I took my family from broke, on food stamps, and near bankruptcy while living in a tiny, barely over 600 square foot home to my first $20,000 month in profits, 7 vacations in 14 months at 5-star resorts, and living in a 3,700 square foot home with a river view and a swimming pool. But let's be real here, guys. This is not about me. It is about creating your story. It's about you. Zig Ziglar once said, you can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. That is why I'm here today, creating this for you. How can we begin your story? Well, you guys, the 5 things that are needed to create your story. Number one, change your financial thermostat. Your thoughts and beliefs about money have been conditioned by not just society, but your job, your family, friends. This is reflected in your current financial status, whether you know it or not. And if you make $2,000 per month right now, it's likely you think that's exactly what you're worth. Are you tired of being valued at the level of your pay or salary? Most people have a mindset that's conditioned for scarcity, poverty, struggle, and I never have enough. And if this is you, it needs to change, you guys. Not optional, has to. You will never earn $10,000 per month until you believe you are worth $10,000 per month. You need to develop a new set of beliefs about money and your self-worth. Every thought, belief, action, and decision has resulted in you being exactly where you are in your life right now. The first step on the road to success means taking absolute 100% responsibility for your current position in life. And this includes your health, your wealth, your family, and your success in life in every single area. This means getting rid of all your excuses you've convinced yourself of as to why things haven't worked out in the past. Deciding right now whether you will let your past and your fears stop you or act in spite of your fears. It means you quit blaming other people and outside circumstances for where you're currently at in your life. It means you stop blaming the government, the terrible boss that made your life miserable or who fired you, the partner that didn't treat you right, or the friend that did you wrong. The moment that you look in the mirror and accept that the person looking back at you is responsible for everything in your life, that, you guys, is the moment you take your first real steps to success. If you think that you should just slither and slink through this program with the path of least resistance, then you have already failed. If you think the only way for you to approach this is to slowly build up to where you want to be, you have already failed. Where will you choose for your mindset to be? It's a choice, you guys. Are you ready to not just talk, but to actually walk the walk? Stretch yourself beyond anything you've previously been comfortable. Will you choose the same things and same results, or will you choose different? You truly need to change your financial thermostat. You need to mentally prepare and agree that you're going to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I'll say it again, you guys. You truly need to change your financial thermostat. You have to work harder on yourself than you do on your business. So let me ask you, did you treat this seriously? Have you done everything that I've asked in the timelines that were not suggested, but described as required and necessary for your success? Did you do at least 1 or 2 steps per day of this training? Did you follow the calendar and the timelines that I outlined when you started this process from day 1? Did you get the book I urged you to get in my Step 3 video, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker? You guys, when you have a guy who's in a place where you wouldn't mind being in yourself, and he tells you that this is the book that single-handedly changed his mindset to one of wealth-mindedness, and he also tells you that you don't need to be wealthy to become wealth-minded, but you got to get wealth-minded before you'll ever become wealthy, well, why wouldn't you get that book? If you're treating this seriously, you did, and it's already at your house or on your computer or in a PDF or otherwise. Did you truly do everything asked of you here, starting day 1, square one? Watch the entire Getting Started video, Introduction to Coach. Follow those instructions. Are you watching this video beginning to end? Are you taking notes? Are you doing this without distractions? Are you in a quiet place? You do not have to be wealthy to become wealth-minded, but you must first become wealth-minded before you will ever become wealthy. That may very well be the 5th or maybe even 10th time you guys have heard me say that, But that is not because it's a habit of me saying it. It's because of its importance. This is something that has been woven into my fabric as a human being and is now a part of me. And if you don't start to absorb these types of mindsets and thinking, you're setting yourself up for failure and a future of poverty. Your income will never exceed your personal development. For things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. And because you are the full source and resource of your entire business, this is so important. Albert Einstein said, you can't solve a problem with the same brain that created it. And it's widely said that we can't fix a problem until recognizing that we have one to fix in the first place. Show me a successful entrepreneur, and I'll show you a huge library. What does your library look like? Is it filled with books on personal growth, business, entrepreneurship, and marketing? You guys, you need to be a lifelong learner. Poor-minded people think they already know. Wealth-minded people constantly learn and grow. Third, you guys, very important that you increase your personal value to the world. In order for you to command a $10,000 monthly income from the marketplace, your value to the marketplace must be worth at least $10,000 per month. This means becoming a student again, learning new skills like lead generation, personal branding, writing headlines and ad copy, communicating effectively via social media sites, broadcasting emails, that sort of thing. You guys, you really need to be committed to your new craft, internet marketing. You need to become a leader to others by developing your skills, giving you your personal value level, also known as your PVL. This attracts others into your sales funnel. And this is the essence of attraction marketing. Anyone excelling in top tier direct sales and internet marketing like Sans system is good at this, and they've increased their PVL. Very important. But fourth, you guys, you have to be coachable, teachable, trainable. Follow the advice of successful people, aka me, your coach. Going on 40 years old, I was broke, renting a tiny home and on food stamps, and I decided to follow the advice of what was my coach at the time and take a risk. He was a few years younger than me and making $50,000 to $100,000 per month, and I was 38 years old and broke. I decided to jump out of my airplane and build my parachute on the way down. Or like I said earlier, you guys, I decided to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Here, however, you're coached by 6- and 7-figure earners like myself, Misha Wilson, and others. Feel free to disregard any advice we give, but be real. Do you really think that is wise? Be honest with yourself. We have made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. And why hold yourself back by making up your own plan? Look where it has gotten you so far in your life. Being coachable means you listen with intent rather than trying to show what you know. It means you check your pride and ego at the door. Don't judge your coach's approach. Try and adapt to it. We are here for a reason. Teachable and trainable people possess a beginner's mindset. Unfortunately, and oftentimes, the more success and experience a person might have, the harder it is for them to have this mindset because they are much more likely to think they know the answer and thus have less to learn. This is very important to remember, especially if you should decide to move forward with this. The fastest way to become successful is to simply find somebody who's gotten the results that you want and do exactly as they did. And it's called role modeling. That means buying into what your coach teaches, meaning those concepts such as you must get comfortable being uncomfortable. How are you stretching yourself? Are you willing to do something that makes you uncomfortable now so that you can have the ultimate comfort of absolute freedom in your life later on? Freedom in your finances later on. And fifth, you guys, You need to lead by example, lead from the top. Very important. To have success in this industry, you will need to grow as a leader. But don't worry or fret thinking you have to be the rah-rah cheerleader type or constantly out in front of people or something like that. It just means, you guys, that you have to lead by example. And that can happen very quietly. Again, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Do things out of your comfort zone. It will be noticed. Others will see it. And you lead by example. You cannot expect others to do what you have not done yourself. Never play that whole go team go, go team go type of game. It's cheeseball and it's pointless. You have to become a product of the product. If you expect others to buy your product, you must first own that product yourself. This expectation emanates from every ad and every piece of marketing, content, and otherwise that you produce. It just almost comes out your pores. To build a huge residual income where your team is actively producing big results, and by team we mean those personally sponsored affiliates, you must lead by example. For others to stretch their time and energy and money into their business, you must stretch first. Don't underestimate this, you guys. This is really, really important. So I want to harken back to that story I started to tell you guys about a little bit earlier. You remember my friend that I was talking about? Well, his multi-millionaire mentor's name was Aaron. And like me, Aaron was once broke. And getting started, he had to find for what was for him $2,000 to start his first direct sales business. All while working, living check to check with two jobs, one as a car salesman, the other as a nightclub bouncer. And he was so broke that he was struggling to afford even feeding his baby daughter. And so, driven by desperation to make changes, Aaron was at a crossroads. Do the same things he had always done, guaranteeing the same results he had always gotten, or to do different. He asked every single person he knew, and person after person told him no. Until one of those people saw how determined and hungry he was and loaned him the money to get started. All it takes is one person, you guys. One person to help. One person to believe in you and take a chance on you. One company to give you your credit card or loan. One bank who believes in you. Are you not worth it? Is your family not worth it? And yet, Aaron told this story to my friend, and can you believe what my friend said to him? I'm broke, I have no money, no credit, I can't find $2,000 that you found to start a business. He fell into poor-mindedness and self-limiting beliefs, his old way of thinking. He fell into his poor-mindedness and self-limiting beliefs, his old way of thinking. Sound familiar? Don't be ashamed, you guys. I was once where you are, probably even worse off. And the key, though, is to create that new way of thinking to truly become wealth-minded. But do you want to know what Aaron said? What if you had an emergency situation? For example, one of your family members needed an operation and you had to find $2,000 just to save their life. What would you do? And my friend replied, well, if that was the case, I would have to become very resourceful very fast, and I would somehow find $2,000. Exactly! You guys! Wouldn't you? Aaron continued on, telling my friend, you're 35 years old, completely broke, living with your mom, and in mountains of debt. I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad, but it's really quite sad. Isn't your financial future kind of like in an emergency situation right now? And in that moment, my friend realized he was not truly taking his new business endeavors seriously. And if he was going to be a successful entrepreneur, he had to stop making excuses like, I don't have the money. And the truth is, I have a similar story. I have friends making $50,000 per month and much more with similar stories. Most every single entrepreneur who has ever built or found their path to success in this industry has a similar story. You guys, your dreams have to be bigger than your excuses. And the absolute truth is, entrepreneurs don't use excuses like, I don't have the money. They focus on becoming wealth-minded versus being poor-minded. And instead of saying, I don't have the money, they ask, how can I find the money? They don't let their fears stop them. They act in spite of their fears. And the absolute, inexplicable, beyond truth is, if that is your mindset right now, you will fail. You will remain poor and broke, and the main reason not being that you're broke, but instead being that you refuse to change your mindset. You insist on being broke-minded. If you are telling yourself, oh, Scott just doesn't understand. He has no idea how bad my finances are. He is not understanding. He just talks big now because he has money now. He doesn't truly remember how it is to be broke. Guys, if that's how your wheels are turning and what you're thinking, then you are already defeated. You've failed to grasp all I've been trying to impress upon you and teach you. And let me be real and say that if that is you, then do us both a favor and just quit. Quit right now. Don't waste my time with a strategy session because there will be nothing to strategize or discuss. Just tell me you're refusing a strategy session because of your poor-mindedness and self-limiting beliefs. Honesty is always the best policy. But you know what's funny, you guys? My friend who fell back into poor-mindedness for a moment, he is now immensely successful, a multimillionaire, and with multiple streams of income. It's okay to fall into poor-mindedness for a minute. You just can't stay there. And even more funny, you guys, regarding my similar story, I almost talked myself out of my first high-ticket program. And though that's a story I will share another day, I don't even want to ponder, consider, or think how my life might be different had I let my fears and complete lack of resources get the best of me. And here's exactly what I did. I borrowed the belief and conviction from my mentors at every turn. I listened to testimonials I'd hear on conference calls and would decide to embrace their results and let it lift my belief and confidence in every way. I, of course, purchased my first high-ticket product, very similar to our pro membership that you're about to learn about. And I committed myself to stop thinking small and to start thinking big. Thinking, you guys, like a millionaire. I committed to doing everything possible to position myself where I could make the most amount of money and biggest commissions possible. I led by example and I played from the top. I followed the irrefutable laws of success in top-tier direct sales, just like my mentor shared with me and his mentor before him, and as I share with you here today. I was afraid, but I did it anyway. And when I did, this is what happened. Within months, I had my first $10,000 month. And months after that, I had my first month making $20,000 in a single month. I have been off to the races ever since. And the amazing thing is, then people that you bring into the business, they start to have their own success. And you start making this passive income, that residual income, seeing money flowing to you whether you're actually working your business or not. You see, they followed the leader. Thus, so did their people after them. And many people began to make their own $10,000 per month in their first 6 months. And when people ask what I did, I always reply, I followed the training and the guidance of my mentors and coaches. If you work the system works for you. And the thing is, every journey starts with a first step. My massively evolving, changing, improving life did not happen overnight, you guys, but that evolution and those changes were caused by a catalyst. And looking back, I now know this was a turning point and one of the most significant moments of my life. I was working with a coach like you are working with me. And that coach told me that I would have a choice to make, that I was basically at a fork in the road. I had to choose to go left or I had to choose to go right. I could choose to go left and keep doing the same things I had always done, thereby guaranteeing the same results I'd always gotten. Or I could go right. I could choose different. He then explained that before I made a decision, he wanted to show me something. And the moment I saw it, I knew exactly what I had to do, no matter what lengths it was I would have to go to make it happen. And now, here and today, I'm going to show you something very similar. So fasten your seatbelt, guys, and hang on tight because I have a feeling you're about to become really enamored and really, really excited very shortly. All right, you guys, so we are going to show you a battle of marketer versus marketer. And this story starts with Judy. So in this battle of marketer versus marketer, Judy's journey of her first 6 months does not turn out to be too incredibly fruitful. So as you can see here, you guys, this is months 1 through 6 of Judy's journey in internet and affiliate marketing. And you can see month 1, she got 100 leads. Month 2, 250 leads. So always, your first month's going to be the slowest, but each month thereafter, she increased by 50 to 100 in terms of leads. And this right here represents the number of people who purchased the course that you have purchased yourself, the actual course that you're going through right now that involves and includes the coaching you get with me. And we have what's called a premium membership. It costs $97. And of those people who decide to become a premium member, here, when she had 100 leads, 10 purchased bootcamp, 2 people became a premium member. Of the 25 people here who purchased bootcamp, 5 premium members, and you can see the numbers increase as the number of leads, the months increase, the purchases of bootcamp increase, and here are the commissions in dollars on a monthly basis. Month 1, she made $136. Month 3, $476. And you get down here to month 6, she made $680. You guys, is that why you're here? Is that what you would consider a significant or even massive change in your financial life? I don't think so. I think the reason you're here, I would hope, is for a greater reason and a greater purpose. And when you see this next slide, this is where I think you're going to start getting really excited. So now let's talk about Jane's journey of her first 6 months. So you'll see here, same thing, months 1 through 6, the same exact number of leads, 100, 250, 350, same exact conversions for the number of people who purchased bootcamp, same exact numbers for the number of people who purchased premium, the same exact premium member commissions. Everything in this little square right here is the 100% exact same without even the slightest deviation or difference. But this is where it does start to get different, you guys. Jane was wise. She got to that fork in the road and she had to choose to go left and keep doing the same thing she's always done, getting the same results she'd always gotten, or to go right and to do different. In her past, she had always focused on taking the path of least resistance, to be very conservative, to not take risks, to play it safe with her money all the time. Well, now and today, Jane finally took that risk and she decided to purchase our Pro membership. And when she purchased that Pro membership, she thereby qualified herself to start making Pro membership commissions off of Pro membership sales. So when she brings someone into the business and they simply purchase this little boot camp product that you purchased, it can evolve into one of our Pro membership commissions, and the commission is $1,000 per sale. So when Jane had this number of leads, you add $1,000 commission. Month 2, $2,000. Month 3, $3,000. Month 4, $4,000. Month 5 was $4,000 again. Month 6 was $5,000. But then where it kind of gets a little bit crazy, you guys, in a very good way, is she then has the opportunity to earn her team building commissions. So all team building commissions are is when your team makes money, you make money off of them as well. And I'm going to show that to you in a second in a way that I think you'll better grasp and understand. So I'm not going to dig into it too deep right now. For the time being, just understand that months 1 and 2, her team didn't do too well. They're just kind of getting on their feet. And, she started to bring people in. Well, by month 3, one person started having some success. So the person that Jane brought in, they made their $1,000 commission, but then Jane, she made her 20% commission on the same exact product. So you're going to see how that works in a second. So this adds up. Month 3, $600 in team building commissions. Month 4, $1,200. So it's increasing by $600 every month. So you guys look at this. Month 1, $1,100. By month 6, over $8,000, which is just a couple $1,000s under 6 figures. That is just a little bit less than $100,000 per year. Tell me if that is a big difference from $680 after month 6 or $8,000 after month 6. It's a no-brainer, you guys. Are you starting to understand how and why that moment of seeing that type of setup, those type of commissions, those types of benefits was a turning point for me and my financial future? Are you seeing how this can dramatically change your life and finances if it is just treated seriously? Pretty cool, right? But what is Pro membership? How does it work? What do I get? And how much does it cost? I am glad you asked. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's talk first about option number 1. So you can decide to just purchase the Super Affiliate Network Premium membership, just a $97 product. And, it's like most things, you get what you pay for. And, you are going to be limited to the small dollar, low ticket commissions without additional certification at a live event. So in order to make high ticket commissions, you will actually have to spend a lot of money attending a live event to get certified. And think about the airfare, think about the hotel, think about the time off work, think about what it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you many things in many different ways. The certification on top of it, you don't know if this live event's going to be in Orlando or in Las Vegas, or if it's going to be in Hawaii where Misha lives. Hawaii is really expensive. That's going to be at least a few $1,000s just for that trip alone. So with that said, you're also only going to have very basic sales funnels to use and leverage. You won't get the more complex, more in-depth funnels that really do convert much better and in our higher ticket type of sales funnels. You get an introduction to internet marketing. You do get some very basic traffic training, but it's not enough, you guys. You're going to need to do massive amounts more of research and digging and Googling, testing to become effective and profitable. You have no access to that comprehensive training showing you how to generate your leads, write ad copy, drive traffic, or the other crucial skills that you need to succeed with this. And the income potential can be expected after a few months at best to typically be anywhere from maybe $100 to $300 a month. That is nothing to write home about. So this is for you if you have no real sense of urgency, didn't buy into what I taught, you haven't been listening to what I've been sharing and you're just kind of looking for a hobby or to keep busy and you like the idea of grocery money. You are more likely to fail than succeed trying to go it alone. I know this personally from personal experience in this industry. It's tough, you guys. You need the guidance and training. If you do find a way to succeed through great patience and additional research, it will still take a couple of years or more before you have enough money to finally go to the Super Affiliate Network Pro membership. So the greatest benefit really is that it just does cost $97. Option 2, obviously, you guys, is Super Affiliate Network's Pro membership. Now, I'm not going to bother to rehash everything that Misha's already shared with you. You're obviously very clear on the value, and Misha had cited a value of almost $28,000. There's a lot of different things that you're going to get that are going to be massively beneficial to you and your future. You get all types of different advantages and bonuses, so many things that are done for you. But some of the things that aren't mentioned are the fact that, of course, you are going to be able to make immediate high-ticket commissions of $1,000 per pro sale, where 2 sales a week equals 6 figures. You get to be taught by and do a business plan with the Super Affiliate Network senior head coach. That's a level 2 coach who is a millionaire and a 6 to 7 figure earner. So you will get to work with an L2 coach, a senior head coach. If you decide to go pro, that is a $2,997 value. You do get a one-on-one live 30-minute strategy session with an L1 coach. That is $497 value. You also get monthly immersion coaching with Misha and his top affiliates and coaches. That's worth nearly $5,000. Exclusive access to Super Affiliate Network's Ascend to Freedom weekly mentorship calls. That is a massive value worth thousands of dollars itself. Instant access to Misha's entire solo ad success formula 2.0, that's worth $300. Instant access to Super Affiliate Network sales funnel online curriculum worth $2,000. Access to our 3 best performing sales funnels to promote as your own, and Misha's 5 best selling information products, $3,000. You get done-for-you ad templates with swipes. And of course, swipes are pre-written email marketing copy and messages you can use. That's worth $500. You get access to a VIP reception at the next live event that's reserved exclusively for pro members. Another $500 there. Guys, this easily surpasses a total real-world value of over $35,000. I hope you see this as a no-brainer and something that you really have to do if you want to change your life. If you're sick and tired of doing the same things that you've always done, getting the same results that you've always gotten. Because as I've said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it over and over, if you want different for your life, you have to do differently than you've done in the past, do differently than what others are doing in your present situation, and do differently than those people working their 9 to 5 and trading their time for money. So, let's talk briefly about the price. Okay, you guys, so the price. How often do we just make it about the money? How many times have you looked at something and thought to yourself, man, I'd really like to do that, but then you say, oh, but I can't? How many times have you let your fear grab hold of you so entirely much, so even vociferously, that you just couldn't bring yourself to take action because you got so focused on the obstacle, you lost sight of the amazing opportunity before you? Well, you always have a choice to either focus on an obstacle or an opportunity. Say, I can't, or to ask, how can I do this? You get to choose if this is something that you're going to do or not. And honestly, if you've been listening to Misha and myself, the money is irrelevant. Tony Robbins explains in this awesome video about it's never about the money. Money is a resource. Time is a resource. Your credit is a resource. So many things in our life are resources, and people always feel limited by their resources. But the fact of the matter is, the single greatest resource on the face of the planet is a person's resourcefulness. So you really should have come into this deciding you're going to do this or not, regardless of the price, because of the value and because of what it can do for you and your family. And with that said, you guys, You have to go complete my form after this video to schedule our live one-on-one strategy session to discuss the price. And you will be pleasantly surprised. So don't be upset. Don't focus on the negatives. Don't focus on the obstacle. You have to go complete my form. And from there, we'll go ahead and talk about the price. We even have a payment option. And so it is time for the all-important strategy session. It's that live one-on-one appointment with me to strategize, discuss options, and your approach and similarly. So that's what all this has kind of been building up to. And I was going to put the price here, but you know what? I just decided I'm going to make you guys actually schedule the appointment. So let's get that done. Finish the form immediately after this video. And with that said, for now, you guys, you need to understand you are at a fork in the road for your future, your life, and your destiny. Will you choose the same things, getting the same results you've always gotten? Or will you choose different? You have to consider that the life of your dreams is within your grasp. But the big question is, will you reach out and grab it? Are you dreaming big, and do you believe it's possible? Because if so, there's a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. You have an opportunity to draw your line in the sand, to plant your tree, to jump out of your airplane and build your parachute on the way down, to get comfortable being uncomfortable, to start being wealth-minded. The choice is yours, and the ball is in your court. Are you going to stay on the bench, or are you going to get off the sidelines and into the game? It's up to you. Choose wisely, my friend. I did, and it was the single greatest financial decision I've ever made for me and my family in my entire life. And I can't wait to see what you do with this. I only have one more thing for you to do, and this is 100% required. Click the link immediately under this video, you guys. Go to that page that the link takes you to and immediately fill out that form. Be 100% sure you do click submit when done. I've actually had people do all this work and fill out my form and put in great time, attention, and energy into it, and they click away from the page. They never hit the submit button, and I never received their form. So be sure you do this right now. Do not wait. I need everything as fresh in your mind as is humanly possible for this pre-strategy session form that you're about to fill out. And I do have some very special things to share with you that you do not know about. And we need to have our live one-on-one strategy session appointment as soon as possible. I cannot have our appointment until you have filled out my pre-strategy session form. So as soon as the form is filled out, you should be taken to my scheduling page to schedule our live one-on-one strategy session appointment. I want and need you on my calendar in the next 24 hours or less. Please, you guys, make sure you're actually on my calendar within the next 24 hours. All you have to do is fill out that form. You'll be taken to my calendar or a page for scheduling. You read the page, then click the link at the bottom of that page. It'll take you to my calendar to schedule. And if you need the link for the pre-strategy session form, you need to write it down. It's at the bottom of the page here. Look right here, startwithcoach.com/SAN form. That's where you'll find the form. So fill out the form, click submit, and then get scheduled for your strategy session. I expect to see you on my calendar tomorrow. If it's the weekend, I expect to see you on my calendar Monday. So you guys, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. And I hope that you're ready to step out in boldness and the visions that you've always had for your life and your dreams and your future. Because right now it's sitting in front of you. Again, are you going to reach out and grab it? All right, you guys. Can't wait to talk live one-on-one. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your day. We will be talking again soon enough. All right, guys. See you at the strategy session. Thanks so much.